Between Monday and Tuesday, it just be like the numbers. I mean,
Oh,
just be like, ain't no love.
no Lord. I got one. I got one.
Hello.
I think you just static electricity is something. Your frequency of
Let's cause
vibration
this.
is too high.
For what?
Because I kid you
The
not,
speakers is fine.
it was so
I know
good.
you was gonna say that.
It was so good.
Screw you.
I'm telling you.
Screw you. I don't believe you. It only like Brad and
I go,
Calm Brad and Calm Sawyer
I go.
and Calm Tony.
No, because today is soy, because I don't eat that for soy in New York.
Oh.
When Brad come in New York, it's percolating.
Oh, for real?
I'm telling you. That's very bizarre.
Well, how come?
That's this homage product.
Oh my God. Awesome. You ever be tired tomorrow and tomorrow reach? Like I got tired from tomorrow already.
Um,
Are you so serious?
but first,
Are you serious? Star 106 hits. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Tuesday edition of Free Your Mind on your hit station, brought to you courtesy of KFC. Thank you to the Cancer Treatment Centers of America. Thank you to Buffalo World. I got to say a big, big thank you, of course, to the Fresh Market, Pinder Tile, and I got to say thank you to Seafowl. All right. Good afternoon to each and all. And welcome once again to another Trapsy Tuesday edition. I got to say thank you to everybody locked and loaded. We're 106.5 on the FM band. Thank you to those listening on channel 976, and that's on cable. And then, of course, all of those on Facebook. Good afternoon to you, the Facebook faithfuls, Star 106 and Natural Empress on Facebook. Trapsy Tuesday. My goodness gracious, real life situations, real people with real solutions. All right, that's where you guys come in. Oh no. So here we have a classic case of do you want your job or don't you? This is a classic case of are you going to be able to feed your children or not? All right. And I think this is going to be one of those sessions where you, the people, will help to build the character, build the esteem of the person that um, is at the center of our topic today. Now, earlier today, Yaz and I kind of clowned around with this, but it got more serious during the course of the afternoon when one of my coworkers brought to my attention a situation with a young lady. Now, I first want to find out, based on where you work, wherever you work, what kind of boss do you have? And do you think you are treated with the utmost respect based on how you present yourself? Or is it that the way you present yourself and how much self esteem you have, does that determine whether or not you would be a victim of sexual harassment on the job? All right. Why I say that is if you are, let's say, for lack of a better word, very needy, you present yourself as someone who is at the very bottom of the totem pole, and you just trying to make a dollar. You present yourself as desperate. You just want to make sure your children eat, and you have people who walk around and say things like this. Oh Lord, I just want to make sure my children eat, or I just want to make sure the school don't put little Shaquanda out, or whatever the case may be. But you openly discuss your financial situation, so that sometimes you don't even realize that you are the one who is placing yourself to be the victim. And when I say that, you have some people who, when they enter the job place, they step in it high. Their head is held up very high. They're very confident, but at the same time, you have no inclination as to what their real life situation is. So if you look at them and trying to judge the book by the cover, you think that all is well. So nobody's going to approach so and so based on how they carry themselves. No one is going to make no kind of passes at so and so because she ain't the one, based on how she presents herself, versus the person who always you know dragging. And when I say dragging, I'm not talking about slippers or to the way they're dressed, and sometimes that plays a part as well. But when I say dragging, meaning their whole demeanor, their whole being, their whole vibe, their energy just pretty much says I on the low. Is it those people who, for the most part, are the ones who are targeted? And that's my question. Nadine says, I basically think it's the way you carry yourself. People generally know who they can play with. We have a saying, puppy know who, how it go again? Puppy know, dog know. Y'all help me out on that one. I can't remember but something about the dog licking you. They know who to, or hog know where to rub their skin. I remember that one clearly, right? But a lot of people also say you dress how you want to be addressed. And I think your dress code has a lot to do with it, because you have some people that don't understand that work clothes is different from club clothes. Club clothes is different from church clothes. And you have some people nowadays, you have these churches that, they say come as you are, but they still mean respectfully. But you have people who turn up in church with all day KFC bucket, leg and tie, and breasts hanging out. You know what I mean? So we have to remember that you are addressed how you dress how you want to be addressed, and that goes with the workplace as well. Because some people just have this thing where it's a free fall, and they don't realize that based on how you carry yourself will determine whether or not people will make the wrong advances towards you. All right. Um, you have teachers. I heard of a teacher quite recently. She didn't make no real public spectacle out of it, but just in having a conversation, she told me how a student had made a pass at her. And I said to her, I said, respectfully, you should not be dressing the way you do in the schoolyard. You're dealing with high school students. You're dealing with testosterone on the rise. You know what I mean? I'm not saying you have to dress like Mary Magdalene, but you should dress in such a way that your students don't give you a second eye. You know what I mean? Because I don't know if you could recall your school days. How did teachers dress in your days? I mean, this is kind of straying for a minute, but again, it still falls under the portfolio and the umbrella of you're dressed how you want to be
Yeah,
addressed.
afternoon, Empress. Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. But back in my day in school, it was a spectrum. Pause. You had the teachers, like if you're talking about the female teachers and the
Yes.
male teachers, there was a spectrum on both sides.
Yes.
You had the female teachers that, like you say, they dress very much like Mary Magdalene. And I went to the school of choice. I'm not talking about SOC, Kingsway Academy.
Yes.
Um, but then you had the one or two teachers that used to come to school in leopard skin,
Man, say the
leopard skin pumps. I even finish.
What's wrong with leopard skin pumps?
Nothing's wrong
You have
with it.
snake skin.
Empress,
You have
nothing.
leopard skin.
Hey, nothing is wrong with it if you work in
And then you have show your
to the
skin.
bank. Ain't nothing wrong with it if you're working in the office. But when you dealing with a class and 15 of them are a bunch of hormone rage teenage boys, you need to step accordingly. And accordingly is not stepping in your leopard skin pumps with your skin tight pants. Because I be real, we wasn't focusing on the
Lesson.
lesson. Mm-mm.
He was on the Lexit. I ain't gonna tell you more.
I ain't saying nothing.
I ain't gonna tell you more.
Please don't.
No, but okay, so I'm glad you clarified that. And like I said, I just recently heard a teacher complaining to me about it. And I have to say, sis, look, man, look how you dress though. And then you have some people who are not necessarily shapely and could wear the same outfit and it don't seem so pronounced, right? You feel me?
Yeah.
And but if you are shapely, you have gun casing, as they say.
What I hate is when you see those posts on TikTok or Facebook and you got the
hold on. Kevon said she was just trying to show you that learning is an adventure.
oh yeah, man. I wanted to go on the adventure. Listen, it was adventure time in that classroom.
Oh my goodness gracious. But no. So let's go to the workplace now.
Mhm.
Again, the same principle applies. You dress how you want to be addressed. Now, do you think for the people who are victims of sexual harassment that they're dressing, the way they dress, their dress code has a lot to do with whether they are targeted?
Well, I hope you don't burst me nothing today. I think it depends on your work environment and the type of
Agreed.
job that you work.
Agreed.
Like it's gonna sound really bad, but there are certain jobs that you work where your sex appeal is a big contributing factor to how much you make.
Mm-hmm.
And that's facts. I talking about bartenders,
Mm-hmm.
waitresses.
Right. No, you did
Anyone
know
in
those
that,
people dress for the occasion. And when I say that,
right.
they dress so that at the end of the day, their financial gain or the potential of making more money at the end of the night is greater.
Empress, I never understood what the appeal of Hooters was.
Oh,
And it sounds
sure.
strange, like as a man, it sounds strange. I not understanding what the point of Hooters was, but I from the Bahamas too. Every bar is Hooters.
Real.
Everywhere. There's ain't nothing you can see in Hooters in the States that you
We've
wouldn't
been hooting
see.
longer.
Are you serious?
I can take a quick break on that. We have our traffic coming up. We got our Eye in the Sky traffic report coming to you. And then, of course, we will dissect this one just a little bit more when we come back. Keep it locked. Free your mind on a Trapsy Tuesday, right here on the Star. Well, you said we've been hooting long time.
Yeah, but I say that to say.
No, but Hooters had a standard. Their standard was, they had to look a certain way.
Yeah.
Yes, it's breast and thigh, right? But for the most part, over the continental USA, they were predominantly white girls.
Right.
Right.
But this way I getting with that. Hooters build a business on having very attractive waitresses. That proves the point that we all know to be true, that sex sells. All right. In the States, Hooters stands out because hey, their waitresses dress this type of way and it's seen as a sexy restaurant.
Right.
Here in the Nassau, the capital,
but we tried it.
It wouldn't work because you competing with every other bar in Nassau. We been doing that. We used to original. I'm convinced that they got the concept for Hooters from us.
But that's the bar situation and the bar dress code is universal. Every bar has that's why they used to call them barmaids, right? That was their job, buddy, to look the part. You trying to get a Negro to spend what they don't have and to drink another when they don't need it. And sex will do that. We can get you to do anything with breast and thigh and leg. KFC is my sponsor.
That's accurate.
Yeah, that's what it is. You ain't have to have no face, boy. But if you have, why do you think even ugly girls in the bar still sell drinks? Because their breasts ain't ugly.
Listen, the more you drink, the less you think.
Thank you, Louis. Your breasts look good.
Yeah.
You ever see an ugly gal with a banging body? She's still getting the eyes on her body. It don't matter.
Yeah.
You don't have to be cute.
Ever you got to listen. Plenty times it be the ugly gals who run in the road, It's really the ugly gals who's get all the numbers. You think them pretty gals that DMs be like, it's the ugly gals. Because the
Is it
ugly gals
ugly
is a
with a
sure
body?
thing.
Is that the prerequisite though? Like, or it's just
Honestly,
ugly?
no, you just ugly with something.
What's the something?
Anything. Something. You gotta have something or something. You gotta have little piece of face, little piece of lip.
No, but we say they ugly.
Yeah, you know, you could be ugly with little piece of lip, little piece of bongi, little piece of chest.
Right.
Um, and that's enough. They
Nadia,
get
why you screaming?
because she knows the truth.
Louis say,
Ugly
yep,
gals run the road.
But is it ugly with a cause though? When I say that, meaning
The cause
have
is they down for the cause.
that's what it is.
That's facts.
What is it that
I'm not putting no one down.
hold on.
It's true. We all know this to be true.
Nadine says she can't with you.
You don't have to, Nadine. I
She
just
like you, though.
speak
She
in
like you.
facts.
Amen. So hold on. That's very interesting. Star 106 hits. Welcome back, my lord, my lord. This is Free Your Mind, Trapsy Tuesday. Um, Sexual harassment on the job. The basic and the very broad scope of things today, but it's going to break down into different segments as we continue this conversation. But have you ever noticed I don't think it's a prerequisite for most places where persons come in on the entry level of the salary pool, right? Right?
Paul, what you mean by that?
Meaning they come in at minimum wage.
Okay.
Right? They come in at minimum wage, meaning that obviously we know that minimum wage is not enough. Why is it the people that come in at minimum wage are usually the target? Like, if you want more, you have to do more. A lot of people, the ones that I know this is happening to right now, they're at the bottom of the spectrum, right? And they're being harassed based on the fact that your boss already know you ain't making no money, right? You ain't really got much going on for you, but just one touch, one feel, one session, you could be in a better position. And I say position for a reason. I know you're going to say, yeah. But what is it? Is it because you are at a disadvantage? You're already coming at a disadvantage. You ain't making no money.
I don't think that businesses, the whole point of the business is that, hey, our entry level people, we can pay them less money so we have a better chance at getting with them. I think that, at the end of the day, the business really just trying to make money. But like Coach said yesterday, as a man, you got to understand that your only real value is what you could provide. And if there's a bigger, what's the big word, disparity between what you have and what I have, then that means when I'm going about trying to enter negotiations, I have more leeway. Because see, if you making good money a week, if I offer you a little 300, 200, that don't look like nothing. But if you only making $200 a week and I offer you your whole week's pay for a couple hours of fun, couple minutes of fun,
yeah,
couple seconds of fun, that'll look pretty good.
Yeah, it
Nobody
look
has
good,
to
but
know.
does it feel good?
I mean, for me,
not for you.
That's all I'm really concerned with.
Wow, that's crazy right there.
Speaking as the boss.
Right. This person says, I work for the Bahamas government. And these men are thirsty.
What? They don't do that on the government job. Not the good government job.
Y'all should see his face as he says
Not
that.
the good, never. I wouldn't believe that.
And they all in uniform. But guess what? The difference with uniform is who wears it, right? You'll have everybody. That's the same thing in school. Everybody have on the same uniform, but that uniform will look different.
I gotta drive home.
Who's wearing it?
See, you as Empress, you could say these things. I have to drive home tonight.
You're trying to get pulled over.
I ain't trying to head out.
It's real. AJ said there's a different character. There are different characters all around. There are some people that may hire on the minimum wage, then pay some extra for some water.
Some water. Make me sweat.
Yeah.
Make me okay.
Make me
lose my breath.
Or just Blame it on the water.
Ah,
Right.
okay.
Them kind of water. You understand? But again,
Right, right.
you said something earlier that kind of intrigued me when you said that for the most part, not so attractive girls run this road right now.
They do.
I want to understand what you really, really, without joking, what you really mean by
I
that.
wasn't even joking at the first time. Empress, I nowadays I'm a good Christian young married man, but in years before I was a very different person. And during those years I learned a few things, and I learned that um when as a young man and you're trying to passionately hug um women that see themselves at a certain level of beauty tend to, what's the word I'm looking for, beat around the bush, you know hey, let's go on a date. I like you. Let's can I talk to you? Can we go somewhere? Oh, okay. This is me talking to
To
the
the pretty
to the
girl.
pretty girl. Oh, all right. Well, sure, we could go to Bamboo, not the shack, the club.
Oh,
Yeah, when it
okay.
used to be, because
Okay,
I did
okay.
this back in the day.
Okay, back in the day.
When you talk to the gal, and this is not disrespect, and when there are outliers, not everybody is the same.
Right.
I'm just speaking generally. You
Please.
talk to the other, she's just happy to say, "Hey, what
You want to take
you
me out?
me?
Okay.
Where we going? The fry?
Yeah.
Let's go to the fry. I love the fry. I love the fry.
Okay.
You know, um, and that excitement that goes a long way in the eyes of a guy, because at the end of the day, the guy just wants to feel wanted, and it's easier for him to feel wanted by someone who actually wants him, who doesn't have all the options.
So
Mind you,
is this why a lot of men who, when you see them with a not so attractive girl, you're wondering why that selection for such a nice looking guy? Like, is it that you desperately need or want to be needed, or somebody is celebrating you more than the average because they're not so attractive?
I think that's it right now. It's
So
the
somebody making
celebration.
most of you because they can't believe they have you.
Right. Versus someone who they don't care what you do, where you be, because honestly, they could do better than you. You're not the best option. There's
So
more.
it's so this is a stroking of the ego then, for the most part. Why you find a lot of men in particular have, well, no, no, I shouldn't say that, because you have women who have not so attractive men too that celebrate them like whoa,
Yeah, I don't understand that one either.
but it's
And
not the same
I'm
thing.
I'm one of those unattractive guys that how's a
A
beautiful,
pie.
and I don't want to. I ask all the time. I'm like, your eyes good? You ever get your eyes tested? Like,
You did
what's
not ask for that. You did not ask for that. This one says some departments don't even use uniforms, so they get to wear their own clothing. I see some people wearing some stuff that's hard to pick up a pen, and some of them do be looking. They want an employed man to help because that one paycheck ain't enough. So this goes back to financial standings, that a lot of people dress the part so that they can up their financial situation.
you know this kind of leans into another topic.
Go ahead.
Is it okay to date out of the office?
Out of the office or in office?
In office, I mean, like your
Most
tool
people
is
have
from the
a
office.
clause in their contracts that there is no dating on the job. That poses a whole lot of problems simply because a lot of people, especially women don't know how to separate their emotions from everything else. So I'm mad at you from last night. We come to the job. I can't do my job efficiently because I'm mad at you. Every time you walk past, or if you talk to somebody else at the water cooler, it can be a wipe. It can be a
Mm.
problem, right? So it's better not to even put yourself in that situation. And this is why most people make it quite known that there will be no relationships on the job.
And Empress, let's be real for a minute.
You
A
can't,
lot of job places have that clause, but a lot of employees fully ignore that clause.
because a lot of employers and a lot of companies do not enforce it. Because the minute you get wind of it,
Hmm.
you're supposed to do something about it. Like call them in.
Yeah.
Call them in, especially if it starts to pose a problem.
And a lot of times too, it like they would have that clause, but it's only important when it's workers on the same level. But if it's someone in management,
But there are companies. I saw one recently again where they transferred the girl because they found out that she dating the dude in a different department.
the apartment above or
Well,
same level.
pretty much same level.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much same level, right? But there's no dating on the job. They pretty much enforce it. Now I ain't gonna fire you, but I am going to remove you from not the company, but from this particular place.
I get businesses having that clause. I understand they have to do everything to protect themselves.
Of course.
But adults, I do also kind of find it a little bit strange because in truth, the people you work with
People
end up being,
to.
yeah, you spend a lot of time with them.
Take a quick break on that. I want to show you something off air. And of course, to our viewers, you guys that are on the live feed, be right back. More Free of Mind, Trapsy Tuesday, right here on the Star. Okay, look at this.
Yeah, like how does HR know that your soulmate is in 2 cubicles down from you? I didn't know that. And now y'all gonna stop our love because of XYZ. I know some of them have like,
so you don't.
if y'all gonna date, you have to sign a form to say, hey, yeah, we dating. So if I come to work and we have a big fight, we can't sue the company and say it's a toxic work environment.
Ready?
I ready.
It's my work wife.
Oh, the infamous work wife.
Hang on, I'll introduce you.
Hi.
Sorry, I'm meant to introduce you to Ellie.
Oh my
Hi,
God, Ellie.
saw that.
Hi, so nice to meet you. I've heard so much about you. It's nice to put a face to the name. Where's my proper good morning?
Oh.
What are you doing?
You can put it on the
Why
screen.
did you kiss her?
Because she's
If you send it to me, I can put it on.
Hold on, let me say this to you. Y'all got to see this way. I don't think no cussing in it. You saw that? Okay, you ain't got to do it. That's okay. I got.
Yeah, I saw that video and watching that, they gave me anxiety because I know if I was to have
What you said? You just said it yourself, though.
What?
You said that when you think about it,
Mm-hmm.
we spend more time with the people that we work with.
We do.
Okay, hold on. The thing I find interesting is women who wearing the revealing outfits, talking about the other woman who walked past wearing their revealing outfit. You think she had to wear that time?
That's jealousy because you
That's
both
comparison.
of y'all buy the same thing off of Shein,
Hey,
but hers fit
Hers fit
her
better.
like the model, and
Yeah.
the other one
And
fit you
yours
like a
just-
potato.
Ooh.
But that's Fox though.
Ooh.
That's real life.
Ooh, that wasn't nice.
I only being honest.
That ain't
You know,
nice.
someone out there right now trying to put together a lawsuit against Fashion Nova and Shein for false advertising because the clothes they bought don't fit them like the clothes they saw.
That's crazy. Who ain't easy? That's him say potato. That ain't me. I would never say something like that.
I should say something
feel
like a
like
sexier
water.
vegetable, like a rutabaga.
Shein has size charts. You probably need to buy your size.
No,
Shein for the win.
I can be real. Shein size charge is a bunch of foolishness.
Yeah.
That's
Do
them
that.
China, Japanese size.
Yeah,
They
Korean.
small, ain't no small.
But sometimes they small is be big.
When?
For me,
what?
plenty times.
Empress
small.
Sue? No, come on now.
No, but listen.
Empress,
for
come on
two,
now.
listen.
Empress
Sometimes-
Sue's the model.
No, listen. For most part, I am a medium. Fashion over for the way, yeah, boy, Nadine. I just, yeah,
I like-
Empress, I right. That's right.
Fashion
Thank
over
you.
men's. They clothes
But
is fit
fashion
good,
over
yeah.
female, boy, they banging everybody is a star.
This is fashion
Like
over pants right now,
Wakamoks,
you know.
boy. Huh?
It's a Fashion Over men's pants I wearing right now.
They're the boss,
I
right?
ready to hit them up. I need the modeling contract. Y'all about to see me. I
Big
will be
body,
on the
man. Big
website.
body.
Oh,
All right, there we go. Oh, boy, sometimes she thinks is be big, boy. Be like, what is this, bro?
only they thing was be big when them as they shoes.
No, boy, ain't no shoes.
I know.
I'm buying no Shein shoes, but it goes.
They make you itch.
She bought me a foot foundation and thing, no sir.
What's the new one you sent me? Tamu?
Yeah.
You gotta try that.
Star 106 hit. She works hard for the money. Yeah, Donna Summer right there, taking you back. Back to this theory of working hard. Some people don't have to work as hard. Some people work extra. But at the end of the day, my question is who's picked on when it comes to sexual harassment on the job? So we have a classic case of a young lady who is not in a very good position. Shouldn't use those words, but anyway, and she's pretty much torn and she's trapped. She's between a rock and a hard place. Not a good analogy either, but trying to figure out how does she get past this? Does she give up her job with nothing else? Because you're like the monkey swinging through. You can't let go the vine until you have another one to hold on to, and that's usually the principle most people hold on to, right? You don't give up. What we say, you don't give up shore, find shore. But if you're being sexually harassed, right, and it's to the point where she feels that she has no way out, the classic case of, oh, my children have to eat. I got to keep the light on. I got to keep roof over our head. So she's being victimized. How does she get out? What advice do you give to somebody who feels that there is no way out? Yeah, exactly.
That's something I can't understand. I've never been inside that position. Pause. And I sympathize, but it's really is it's difficult
real.
Because here's the thing. Even if she was to stand on her morals, mind you, if she was to give in, just saying this out now, not saying that she should, if she was to give in, it would make things so much easier for her. Because let's say, as a good girl, sorry, I didn't even say it like that. If she play ball,
right, ball,
and you get a couple of extra dollars, that's one way to look at it. But then you could be like bad with it, and you play ball, and then it's like, okay, so yeah, we did this, but guess what, boss? I have proof. You have a wife.
Oh, so who you think is strong? I'll use strong as for lack of a better word, strong enough to play that kind of game. Because guess what? At the end of the day, what are you saying? I'll tell your wife if you don't stop doing this to me.
No.
What?
Tell your wife if you stop doing this. We already did it. I have proof that we did it.
Uh-huh.
So either you keep paying me or she can find out.
So this is your way of increasing your wages. Since you already do it, you might
already
as well
do
play
it.
hard.
Hey, I was not bothering you. You came and bothered me. You came and harassed me. So guess what? Now that you can get what you want, I am going to harass you. That's one way of looking at it.
Yeah, but then I will also out your lights. You can't play them kind of dangerous games with certain characters. You can't
With
do
certain
that.
characters, you got to know how to
can't do
play
that.
it. But it's the same thing with the harassment. You can't come on to everybody because everybody
but that's what
isn't
I'm
going to play
saying.
ball with you.
You know, just again, I'll say it, hog know where to rub their skin. So the ones, when you look at those that are being preyed upon, for the most part, they are those people who are not in a great position. Straight up.
That is true.
Right? So they know who to pick on. They ain't gonna pick on a strong person who got it going on and have their ducks in a row, and their future looks bright. You're gonna pick on the dim light.
I think that there are dim lights on each side.
I agree.
There are very powerful people who get put into a position of prey. And then there are very weak individuals who try to play the role of a predator.
And you say, if he is doing this to her, he has done this before, and his wife already know, and probably don't even care.
Yeah, I'm thinking more like this: the states where inside the states they fire you if you cheat.
What state?
No, like seriously,
What state does do that?
the states of America.
If you cheat on your spouse, you can get fired from your job. But everybody here in the Bahamas
I
will
know.
be jobless. Nobody's working. One or two. Let me not say that because I have faith and hope in some of our people. Well, this now that you said that, if we were to put a percentile to how many people you really believe still believe in love and still believe in being faithful, where we at as a country? I mean, just throw a figure out there. Don't think too hard. Don't think too hard, please. Y'all do the same thing. If you, thank you, Anya. Anya said if it was her, she would be working. I'd be working too. I'd be the CEO. Like seriously, how many people do you think? And to you guys who are driving right now, listening to this, and some of y'all done choke on y'all saliva just now. I saw it, right? How many do you think still like? I listen to people talk on a daily, and the
10%.
idea of like somebody was saying something to me the other day and said, "Well, yeah, his wife was da 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 da, but his sweetheart was da da da," and I mean, it just came out so organic, like so naturally that, like, it was so accepted, and I'm looking at them like, "Did you just say what I think you just said so casually?" Like, what percentile do you think would
10%.
still be working?
10%.
VAT. That's it.
10%. Yeah.
Just VAT.
Empress, I used to be very innocent to all of this. I had no idea it was as rampant as it is now.
Nadine says everyone is scheming. These married men could kill.
But in my career as a DJ,
Oh,
I
God.
seen some things.
Oh God.
I seen some things. I seen some people in some places they ain't supposed to be, with some people they ain't supposed to be with.
It ain't only the DJs. Sorry,
No,
DJs,
I'm not
but
talking about the D. No, DJs don't. DJs are very fake. What are you
I'd say
talking
Robin
about?
and Shaw.
I talking about you playing to this club, and you know this man. First of all, this dude like in this, you weren't supposed to be in this club, so you weren't supposed to be in there.
I want to make
And who
love in
this
this
gal
club.
is? Who this gal
In
is
this
you
club.
with? I think in this your niece. It ain't your
God.
niece. Oh, you know,
No,
it's a lot.
no. So if we were to talk about, you talk about the United States having laws where
I-
infidelity is concerned and you can
It's
get
not like
fired.
it's not like a state law. It'll be like something inside the bylaws of the company.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
because
right.
they believe that hey, like, I mean, it does make good sense business wise because if I have built business right and it's built on trust, and you showed me that you're willing to betray the person that you hold most dear to you in life,
Mhm.
what you could do to me?
Okay, one more thing before we wrap this one up for now, right? You said something else too, and that's when I pulled up the video. We spend more time with the people that we work with for the most part than we do with our people at home. So, do you think most infidelity happens on the job because your work wife or your work husband or somebody who you want to be your work boo or your work whatever you want to call them? You think it's convenient why that happens then? Because you spend more time with these people. You know these people possibly better than you know the people at home because you spend that much. And then when you look at, I saw something on our company to do on an email the other day, and it was celebrating people on the job. And I'm looking at, wow, this one 32 years, this one 17 years. I could go to the email if you want, right? And I'm like, wow, that's a lot of time.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. You spend that amount, and then when you look at the ones who been here that long, and you look at you look at the list, and most of them have
Right.
been here more than a decade, more than
Longer
2
than I've been
decades.
alive.
Exactly. You get to know these people very well. You know what triggers them. You know what makes them happy. You know them very well.
I think it depends on the industry.
What industry?
I'm just saying. I think it depends on the industry and the work environment. If you have a place where you have men and women working closely together
As
for
we are,
long
and we
periods
do
of time,
everywhere.
and they by themselves, doing things. You open invitation for possibilities to happen.
When you say working close together, we all work close together.
I don't know, some jobs where, the people have to travel. They
Oh,
might be
oh, oh,
traveling,
oh,
driving
oh.
in a car all day together for 30 years. You never know.
Oh, Kevon said working late.
Working late.
Cubicle buddies. Oh, Lord, what else? That's spending time. I don't care
Yeah.
what you do, whether you driving, traveling, sitting in a cubicle with the person, next to the person after, a certain amount of time, you really get to know them. And hence the birth of the work wife and work husband.
That's true, but I think it also depends on the, then, well, as everything does, on the individual. Because
Again,
getting to know someone could be a good and a bad thing.
agreed.
Yeah.
But back as I close out, do you think that there's hope in love? And when I say that, is there still hope where people still believe in love? And when I say love, meaning honest love, love where it's just me and you, aka no scheming.
I think I think
Is there
real
hope?
I think love never dies. I think it's an ideal that we all,
Is it a facade?
as
Is it a
as
hope?
disillusioned as you can
Is it a
get, it's something you don't ever want to stop believing in. It's like Santa Claus almost. Even when you know that, hey, it's possible, it's most likely that, it's
Okay,
not
let me
real.
tell you something.
You don't want it to be not real.
As you mentioned Santa Claus, my little girl said to me no later than last night, I can't believe you and Daddy been eating my cookies and reading my letters and keeping my shaky teeth all these years, playing to be Santa Claus and Tooth Fairy. And we did it well. Trust me, we used to set alarm to get up, to remove the teeth from under the pillow. We used to do those things just to keep her little childhood memories alive and make them memorable and happy, right? She
Uh-huh.
realized just now, at this nice, ripe age, that there is no Santa Claus. Just now, this was a conversation just last night. So I had her going for 10 strong years.
Well, that's kind of like how love is.
So, but then in the 11th year, now she telling me that Santa who? No.
But Empress, that's like how love is. Love is really something that, in actuality, is not something you could actually like feel. You know what I
We're
mean? You
talking
could
about
feel it, but
being
you can't
faithful,
feel
man.
it.
Like,
Feel
are
it.
you saying after a certain amount of years that people lose hope in love?
Stop talking about love.
Yeah, it's love. But I'm just
Yeah.
saying, we talking about the same 10% that you said
Uh huh.
in our country that would be job. I mean, that would have a job based on the fact that most people don't. They don't believe in being faithful anymore. You didn't get it.
I didn't get it.
You the one who said it though.
You went over my head with that one.
How so?
Because I thought we was talking about, do I believe that love still exists?
Well, yeah, and when I say
Yeah.
love, and also being committed.
Yeah, but this where I was trying to draw the analogy, like how you said with your daughter,
And
how y'all
yeah.
kept believing in
We had
Santa.
we had her going good for 10 years, and then in the 11th year, she's like, there is no Santa.
Well, I
That's
think
that's
it's like,
the 10th. That's the 11th year when somebody decides that they don't want to be committed anymore.
I think love is like that. You have to go through these motions every day. Well, not these motions, but you have to do the little things. You gotta leave the cookies out. You gotta go up underneath the bed, get the set the alarm to get the tooth out.
Yes, boy,
Hypothetically,
that was work.
yeah, you gotta work at it.
It was work, but I can't now at this age. She's in high school now, man. She will never believe in Santa Claus anymore. She'll never believe in the Tooth Fairy. Them days done. So that's my question to you, as I bring it home. Is that done too for all of us who still believe in the holy sacrament of matrimony and forsaking all others? Most people ain't on that run no more. They like my daughter now. They don't believe in the Santa Claus anymore.
I don't think it's done for everybody.
We'll talk about it. Folks, thank you so much. Of course, top of the hour. He's in the booth already, ready to roll the Tuesday edition. You drive at 5 right here on your hit station. We're Star 106 hits. So it's like being a hopeless romantic.
You had me lost for a second. I was like,
Okay.
wait, love? Like, hold
Santa
on, hold on.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Meaning
Yeah.
from year 1 to 10, you believe that yeah, it's just me and you, boo. The
Mm-hmm.
same way she believed in Santa Claus and the Tooth Fairy.
Mm-hmm.
And then as time goes by, she started talking to other people, and they're like, "Girl, please catch yourself. Ain't no damn Santa Claus, right?" It's the same way. Some people will be like, "You right now, everything is your wife, your wife, your wife." Well,
Yeah,
let me
but
throw
Empress,
this. Let me throw this on you, boy. Let me show you what.
you
Ah!
still got some grown adults who they know ain't no, they know, like a part of them knows that Santa Claus ain't real. But there's a
Santa
part of them.
Claus, boy.
No, I'm just my analogy
Oh,
for
let me hear
love.
your analogy.
But a part of them still think that, boy, if I was to go to the North Pole,
I might buck
boy, I
this
can
way.
buck something. I mightn't see it like how I imagine it as a child, but I can see something. And I think once you have that little mustard seed of it inside your heart, that's enough to keep love alive.
Right? You all hear that? Mustard